1 Chronicles chapter 14 continues the narrative of David's reign, focusing on his establishment and prosperity as the king of Israel. After the incident involving the ark, David realizes the importance of adhering to God's instructions. With this understanding, David reinforces his commitment to proper worship and obedience to God's commands. The chapter also highlights David's success in military campaigns against the Philistines, the traditional adversaries of the Israelites. David's military victories contribute to the expansion of his kingdom, solidifying Jerusalem as the capital. His strategic leadership and reliance on God's guidance lead to the defeat of the Philistines, symbolizing the divine favor upon David's reign. The narrative underscores the importance of seeking God's direction in both religious practices and military endeavors. In addition to military success, the chapter mentions David's multiple wives and the births of his sons. This expansion of David's family aligns with the fulfillment of God's promise to make his descendants numerous and establish an enduring kingdom. The mention of David's growing household serves as a reminder of the divine covenant and the continuation of God's plan through the line of David. The chapter concludes by summarizing the fame of David's reign, as the Lord's fear falls upon the surrounding nations. This widespread acknowledgement of David's authority and the fear of the Lord reflects the impact of his righteous rule and the divine blessing upon his leadership. In summary, 1 Chronicles chapter 14 portrays David's commitment to proper worship, his military triumphs, the expansion of his family, and the recognition of his reign among neighboring nations, all of which contribute to the establishment and prosperity of the Davidic monarchy. Let's now read 1 Chronicles chapter 14. Now Hiram king of Tyre sent messengers to David, and timber of cedars, with masons and carpenters, to build him an house. And David perceived that the Lord had confirmed him king over Israel, for his kingdom was lifted up on high, because of his people Israel. And David took more wives at Jerusalem, and David begat more sons and daughters. Now these are the names of his children which he had in Jerusalem: Shammua, and Shobab, Nathan, and Solomon. And Avor, and Elishua, and Elpalet. And Noga, and Nepheg, and Yaphiah. And Elishama, and Beelida, and Eliphalet. And when the Philistines heard that David was anointed king over all Israel, all the Philistines went up to seek David. And David heard of it, and went out against them. And the Philistines came and spread themselves in the valley of Rephaim. And David inquired of God, saying, Shall I go up against the Philistines? And wilt thou deliver them into mine hand? And the Lord said unto him, Go up, for I will deliver them into thine hand. So they came up to Baal-Perasim, and David smote them there. Then David said, God hath broken in upon mine enemies by mine hand like the breaking forth of waters. Therefore they called the name of that place Baal-Perasim. And when they had left their gods there, David gave a commandment, and they were burned with fire. And the Philistines yet again spread themselves abroad in the valley. Therefore David inquired again of God, and God said unto him, Go not up after them, turn away from them, and come upon them over against the mulberry trees. And it shall be, when thou shalt hear a sound of going in the tops of the mulberry trees, that then thou shalt go out to battle, for God is gone forth before thee to smite the host of the Philistines. David therefore did as God commanded him, and they smote the host of the Philistines from Gibeon even to Gezer. And the fame of David went out into all lands, and the Lord brought the fear of him upon all nations. This ends our reading of 1 Chronicles chapter 14.